reading for entertainment purposes only. We're reading a question for Chinese Disco Babe. She left a comment on the community tab. She wants to know if her boss has true intentions of promoting her in the future. There's a 3 card. Yes, no. Does Chinese Disco Babe's boss have the true intentions of promoting her into the future? It looks like no. She has no intentions of promoting you in the future. V. She feels that whatever venture she is venturing into is way too risky, and that progress in the company is slow, or it feels as though the company is moving at a snail's pace. And there is a misalignment that is going on here. And so, with your relationship with your employer, the expectations are not aligned in a way that you want them to be. I think I remember reading on this company before you had a job with them, before you were hired with them, that something like this would be the outcome. I do seem to remember that this job, I think, was a stepping stone to another one, which will be at something that you will be more aligned to. So with this sense of this temperance in reverse, and we have the mixing of the cups, the mixing of the flavors, and your one cup and your boss is another cup, and that mixing them together, and they're not aligned in a way that is um, mutually beneficial for you. So this alignment is not mutually beneficial. The mixing of this is just pouring out onto the ground, and so forth. And for both you and she, or your boss, if your boss is female, I don't know the gender of your boss. It was S for your boss. It everything is moving super slow, and like I say, the boss is worried about the health and wealth of the company. Now let's just take a look at what these overall numbers are. The overall numbers here in this thought of a promotion are 14 plus 14 is 28, 29, 2 plus 9 is 11, and 11 and 2. So it's like a miscarriage of justice. The 11, and if we think of 11 and it's an out of balance, and everything is out of balance here, or the my first impression word here is a miscarriage of justice. You are not going to get any justice here. That's what the cards show. But let's go take a look at. I have this career and oracle deck here, and I want to do just another reading. Let's just see, Chinese Disco Babe, if what the energy around this job is. And so we're just going to be looking at this is of what the energy around this job is. How so I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to write that down so that we get it in writing. what is the energy of your job? What is the energy of your job? Using the career and oracle deck. I need a different mic stand for the microphone anyway. Maybe we'll just move over a little bit and I'm more aligned in the mirror. Chinese Disco Babe, what is the energy of your job? What is the energy of your job? What is the energy of your job? Okay, and let us shuffle this. Chinese Disco Babe is one of my loyal supporters on this channel who has been with me since the beginning of the time that I started live streaming in June of 2025. Okay, so these cards over here flew out. And we'll just take a look here, see what it says. So the energy of your job, and this came out in the reverse, is that your brilliance is not being utilized properly. But it is showing here that there is some progress in this matter. There is progress in this job. But the long-term card was in reverse, so it's not a long-term job. This is not a long-term job. And maybe you should cut ties with them, but not yet. Not yet. So I'm guessing what it's going to be looking like. If I were to rearrange these cards, I see that as progress. You have some progress here. Eventually, you will have progress, maybe in this job, maybe in the next one. Maybe you should cut ties, but in the reverse form, you may not, so that's kind of what I see here. It's not long term. Your brilliance is not being utilized, and you might possibly, in the future, in order to really gain progress, you may need to cut ties with them when you feel it is safe to do so. So we're going to go and ask that question of, I'm going to ask that question is, should you cut ties with this job? Should you, because that sounds like it's a, should you start looking for another job? There's probably more things to learn here, but we will ask this question if you should start looking for another job. I know you didn't ask the question, but I'm asking this question in your stead. So we're going to we're going to just mix the cards up turn them upside down and right side up just to get a better sense of the energy around this thing. And let me do some shuffling to mix it up. Should Chinese disco babe start looking for another job? Should Chinese disco babe start looking for another job? Should Chinese disco babe start looking for another job? So, 6 Saint 9, who is you? Welcome, Maria. Well, good to see you. I don't reckon you must have changed your channel name at Saint 6 Saint 9. Is this the guy from Australia? Okay. All right. Let's just go let me get my mind here. Let's get my mind here in gear. 1, 2, 3. So no, this is a maybe on to start looking for another job. It's not quite time yet. Because you're looking at this Ten of Swords in the reverse form. It is not quite done. From Oz. Okay, you're down there in Oz, yeah. What you used was Stoic. I remember you as Stoic. Someday you're going to come on the 999 show. I don't know when, but someday. So what I got for you, Chinese Disco Babe, on this is that moving on is risky. It's too risky to move on right now. And you have these and you have the Ten of Swords in reverse, so it's not a done deal yet. So you need to progress. You need to dig straight down. You need to dig down deep. You need to dig down deep and pull out all the stops that you have and pull up all the strength that you have and move forward in this job, even though it feels like maybe you want to move on. But that's kind of what I'm getting you, that it's not time to move on to another job, but there is going to come a time when that'll happen. Welcome, Pablo. How this works is, let me just see what the energy is here. It is a no with a question mark, not yet. Not yet. So how this works, Pablo, is that these cards, or whatever oracle things I use, allows my imagination to connect up to your imagination through the ether of the human super consciousness. That's how this works. That's how tarot works. It's about connecting, but you using one's imagination in order to see, seeing through imagination. And so we're looking at what you're manifesting at this time. We have an 8 in the up form, and then in the down, it is 11. Again, did I say that a miscarriage of justice? It's 11 in the down. So we're looking at 2. It's not aligned, it's a misalignment. A misaligned or miscarriage of justice. So this reading is for about your job. Well, actually, it could be. I was actually reading for Chinese Disco Babe, but I could do a reading for you. That was a good one to pull out. Yeah, progress. Well, thanks for listening in. I've been thinking about you. I've been not doing the tarot in the late night because I gotta really work on um, my getting better, being healthier, and not getting more sleep is what it is. Because I get woken up at like 8:30 every day, and 4 hours of sleep for somebody whose blood sugar levels have shot into the diabetic levels is no good. So I got to take better care of myself. But I'm gonna try and do some late night readings eventually. I really should just do early morning, but man, that's hard. But anyway, so what I guess I answered here is that it looks like it's out of balance. Out of balance. Again, it's not it's not just not injustice, or not just not justice to look for another job. It's not going to do you any good to look for another job at this moment. All right. That's what we got. Okay, that is for Chinese Disco Babe. That's more question than she asked. Now, is there any other questions? Let's see. Okay, that's the same energy for you. All right. So we have I'm doing good, Maria. I saw my nephew yesterday who flew over here from Texas, and now he's gone back to Texas for a long weekend. Oh, look, it's got that look here. Oh, oh, good. Well, all right. Well, you know what? I have. I'll just make some announcements. I've actually made some changes on my 999 show. I'm not. I'm doing it more like a talk show. And however, for you to come on, I would be inviting you for the free method of going through. Either I would use streaming software or the streaming software that's provided in let's see, let's go to your channel. The streaming shop. Oh, look at that ocean. I love the ocean. I need to go. I need to go. So this is the ocean down in Australia. Is that what we're looking at? I want to go stay for a week at the ocean. Of course, it's like really cold right now. Oh, but you know what? You know what, Stoic? Before we go on and move on to the next question, because somebody did ask a question. All right, I will ask the question for the next person in line, but I wanted to say that I just watched this movie last night about the Jessica Watson story, the Jessica Watson who at 16 um, sailed around the world in over a course of 210 days. 210 days at 60. That was like 10 years ago, and that was coming out of Australia. So, so yeah. And then Australia, that on my Friday night show with Sarah, when she called in on my show, that the Friday night show, and she mentioned the that true spirit, or because I was talking about people who, oh, are you out there surfing there, or is that somebody else surfing? And anyways, it was Australia came up, and so I'm so glad that you came in, because I was like thinking, you know, about you. If I could get my sleep schedule straightened around so that I could wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I would do the show at 4 o'clock in the morning. But it's that hasn't happened yet. But anyway, that's just beautiful. All right, so let's go back, and I know I have a question, and let's see. We have a question coming from. All right. Somebody wants to know a relationship status between NIRUPAM 2326. That's a huge name there. I'm going to put it up here anyway. NIRUPAMCHOUDHURY 853. That's the channel name, and on this is the date. So Nur Nurpram. I cannot pronounce these words. I apologize. AMITA. I'm gonna go N and P, relationship status. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna put this over here. We're gonna start out by clearing the air. Could you please assist me in how Nurpalm God dang it! I hate that I can't pronounce these can't sound this stuff out. It really bothers me because it makes. All right, let's start by clearing the air, getting our minds focused back to here. And Nur Nurpam, I need to have you be here with me right now. I need to have you be here with me right now. Nurpam has a question. Mother Mary, Nurpam wants to know about his relationship status with with Pramita. Mother Mary, tell us the truth. Okay. Yep, we're going to use this one. Ner, ner, Nurpam, you need to tell me when to stop shuffling, please. You need to tell me when to stop shuffling. What is the vibe of Nurpam's relationship? What is the vibe of Nurpam? What is going on in this relationship? Let's put it over here so I won't be tempted to look off to the side. Please tell me when to stop shuffling, Nurpam. What is the status of your relationship? Well, it looks like some cards popped out. Maybe this is not the right deck, but it looks like there's some money issues that are standing in the way. But you have all the tools necessary to make it work. But you really need to communicate. You need to communicate what it is you're feeling. What are you feeling in this moment? You need to be communicating that. In order to make this thing work, you got to be able to express yourself. You can't be hiding in the closet. But there are money issues at play, and there's a lack of expression, a lack of communication. But you can make it work. You can make it work. But let's go take a look at. Let's go draw a. Let me see how. Okay, since you're not there, we're gonna go to this oracle. I want to take a look a little bit deeper here. So what is going on between them? What's going on between P and N? P and N. Mother Mary, just a few words for P about his relationship with N. Let me just take a look at your name. So I got your name in my mind, even though I cannot pronounce it. Mother Mary, tell us about Nurpam relationship. Nurpam, are you jealous? Do you have some jealousy issues here? If you're there and you can answer the question, I'm asking you the question before I go on. Do you feel jealous? Jealous? Do you feel jealous? Do you have some jealousy issues? Um, kind of envy? Is there somebody else is trying to cut in and this is making you angry and making you possessive? Are you feeling jealous right now? Is that what's going on? I don't know if you're still there, but this is kind of the word that came into my mind is there's jealousy here. You're jealous of something. Okay, why don't we... I'm going to keep this in mind here about the jealousy. And okay, we're going to ask the question. Probably their connection is not that good, so I'm going to be asking about jealousy issues. Is there jealousy issues here? And let's see what this word oracle can say. It feels like there's jealousy here. And some emptiness. Emptiness and jealousy. Well, that one popped out. So, the first word that just ended, that there's an end here. This card deck said you can make it work. You can make it work, but you feel that it is at an end. The memories is working against you. You are remembering things that are causing you to have fiery energy. Your energy is very fiery, like the Mars, like war, like you want to go to war. You're looking up there, you're looking at the sky. Mars is coming around, the war god. You're on a war path, and you feel like this relationship is at its end. Your memories are not good right now. You have a lot of venom. There's a lot of venom here, like snake. A snake is like this cobra snake is out there biting at you, biting because do you feel jealous? Your jealous is like venom. It's going to end this relationship. Your fiery energy, this fiery energy you have, is putting you on the war path. And you keep on bringing this stuff up in your mind, whatever it is that is causing you to question your relationship status. All that stuff is coming into your mind and it's replaying it in your memory, going over and over and over again. And you're swinging back and forth like a kid on a trapeze. You're swinging in between it's over, it's not over, it's over, it's not over. So, Neuropan, you need to, what the previous card said is you can make it work. There is some money issues that you need to attend to, and you need to learn how to express yourself. Not being able to express yourself will end this relationship. And maybe what you need to do in the meantime, what you may that you need to do in the right now is you need to, if you are unable to express in words to Pramita what you are feeling, you need to start writing that stuff down. Write down everything that you are feeling right now. Write it down. If you have the thoughts of like a snake bite, the venom, if you have these thoughts of being like a warrior, the fiery of this anger of Mars, if you have those thoughts of wanting to end it, make sure you put that stuff down on paper, because you may not want to tell these things because this relationship looks like it's worth saving. You can make it work if you want to. You can fix the problems. You have the tools to fix these problems, and those tools is to learn how to express yourself. But express yourself in a proper, loving manner. Don't be a child about this. Don't be a child. You need to look at all the facts, all the facts. When you talk to her, be calm. Do not be Do not bring your anger into this. Be calm and do not bring your venom into this. And do not act like a child. And so what we're looking at is the number 2 and the number 4, 24, and 24. So 2 plus 4 equals to 6. 6, there's love here, but you have some foundational issues, and you need to balance your light and your darkness. Balancing the yin and the yang, balancing, coming into a place of balance, the yin and the yang, the shadow and the light, the peace and the anger. These things need to be put into balance, into perspective. You need to work on building your foundation, the foundation of you, the foundation of who you are. And look upon this situation from a love perspective, from the perspective of harmony, of balance, of love. All right, Stoic, it's good to see you. We'll see you later. If I can pop on later, after like later tonight, I will try to pop on again tonight. Let's just take a look at, I can't remember exactly what the number 24 means, but let's take a look at 24 here and see if we can get something else. 24. Why does it do 25? I don't. 24 numerology. No. Number numerology. Okay. So yeah, it's like I say, it's about emotional balance, and it's emotional balance and harmony. Nurturing, you have to nurture this thing. And 24 is a lucky number too. So yeah, like I said, you need to look at this with the eyes of somebody who is, you need to look at this at the eyes of someone who is in love. Not in love, but for somebody who loves this person. Otherwise, this relationship is going to end. Okay? I hope that helps. That may not be what you were looking for, but that's what I got for you. Are there any other questions? Otherwise, I do have another question for video response that I'm going to go move to next. Next question. All right. Does anybody else in here have a question? Okay, we're going to go on to the last question then. And it's time for me to make dinner, and then it's another career question. I'm going to use that career, and then I'll have a Thank you, Stoic. That's right, it was Stoic 69, something like that. And Stoic, you're so much like when I was like in your age group in the 30s or whatever. I use those numbers 6 9 all the time in my character names and everything else, and kind of like looking in the mirror. And then you're ambitious too, an ambitious person, which, you know, 30-year-old males are ambitious, or they should be ambitious to make a name for themselves in the world. Okay, we're going to go on to the next question. You need to stop using 692. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go clear the air here. Mother Mary, Ayushi has a question. Mother Mary, Ayushi wants to know of what direction she needs to go with her career. What direction to go for the career? They've called you that since high school, Maria. So, what direction to go as a career? Then I have a deck that we can go look at after this. All right. Yeah, when I was in high school, they called me the Flasher. It's like I wore an overcoat, a trench coat. I liked trench coats at that time. They get called the Flasher. And I got other nicknames when I was in the fraternity, but all right, let's go see. Let's see what this deck has to say about career directions for Ayushi. So, Mother Mary, some career suggestions for Ayushi. What career suggestions do you have for Ayushi? Yeah, that's funny, Maria. What? Well, you have it there in in your in your name too. Career directions for Ayushi. What career directions are there for Ayushi? These cards are already bowed. I've only used them a few times. Yeah. It's a thick deck. There's a lot of cards. It's hard to shuffle when there's a lot of cards. I don't see how this microphone should be shaking when I'm not even touching it, and I'm touching the table, and the table is not connected to the stand that it's on, and then, huh? Always, Maria, always, always. I'm always tired. All right. Let's cut the deck, and we'll use these three cards here for career directions. And this probably is not really looking like it's giving me information that might be good for. Okay, I get it. I get it now. So Yoshi is asking, what Spirit is saying is that in this sense, you are looking to needing a career that that it'll have a lot of ups and downs, and so you need to, if you need to move on to something, you can move on, but it's whatever career you're going to be in, it's going to be full of ups and downs. It may be temporary, and whatever your current situation is, your current situation is at an end, and you are ready to take a journey into something new. You're journeying into something new, which that something new is going to have um, a lot of ups and downs, and I guess we're going to look at this as like an upright thing, I think, for this, rather than blocked cards and everything like that. So it'll be whatever. The next thing, it'll be a means to an end. There'll be ups and downs, a means to an end, and then um, it'll be something that is about helping others. So what Spirit is saying is you need to start thinking about careers that are really focused on helping others, helping other people. And this is what's going to be giving you the most amount of satisfaction in your life. So I'm going to write that down. The helping others, helping others. Okay, well, let's see what else we have. What else does it have to say here? And is also saying is that you need to really examine yourself to see what your talents are. So look deep, look deep for your talents and try to employ your talents into a job. So if you are a helping person, well, that's what you really should be concentrated on, helping others. If that is what your true talents are, if you're a nurturing person, let's go take a look at something else. And we'll just see if in the crosswords oracle, if it'll give us a few words suggestions. So for Ayushi, a few words for Ayushi in order to help Ayushi uncover hidden talents. What is Ayushi's hidden talents? It's this one here. Hey, that number 11 just keeps on coming up today. Justice, balance. So we're looking at the number 11 and about balance. About balance. Um, helping others. Helping others. Helping others discover who they are. Who they are. Would that be like counseling? Counseling? Social work? Social work? Okay. That's what just came to mind. Heart. Helping others. Think of the moon. What does the moon mean to you? Moon and heart. Moon and heart energies. Moon like subconscious, uncovering the subconscious. Heart. What is in your heart? And then we look at shoe. The word shoe comes up, and that's about walking in other people's shoes. You need to walk in your own shoes. Your own shoes. walk in your own shoes. And that's kind of like a key. The key to your success will be, this is the key to success. The key to your success comes from walking in your own shoe. You do have an array of skills to use out there. Don't overthink things. Write stuff down in ink, and then I want to, the other thing that comes into mind is be like a lily in the field. Be like a lily. Be yourself. Be the lily. Be yourself. Don't be somebody else. So that's kind of the message that has come through here. I don't know if this helps you at all. Moon, heart, shoe. Work about the heart, what is going on in the heart, what is going on, and then what is also going on the moon. What is the moonlight? And if you look at the and something about 11, 11 maybe about balance, about justice, justice, the reestablishment of justice. Okay, that's what I got for you. Maybe so. Essentially, what I'm seeing here is social work. You need to think about social work, healing work, justice, but through matters of the heart, uncovering what is uncovering what the moon uncovers, going into the subconscious, uncovering subconscious memories, healing people, bringing them their heart into wholeness, into a state of justice, accountability, accountability for their actions, helping people to become whole. That's what I got for you, Yushi. I hope that helps. I did tag you in this video and should come up. All right, let's go look at that deck. Then I got to start making dinner. All right, so this was actually I got this a while ago. I did the long play video recording on it, but I haven't actually edited it together. But let's just take a look at it. This is called the Enchanted Path Oracle. I need to look at it to see if it's. Let's just clear the air. Well, no. Enchanted Path. It might be hopefully something that I can use for you guys, or else it's just something for me. I don't know. So I think it'll be working. It'll be a worthwhile Oracle deck here for kind of self-reflection. Visualize. Peace. Alignment. Those are just words that came up today a lot. Growth. Transformation. Manifestation. Synchronicity. Gratitude. Compassion. Truth. Mindfulness. Success. trust, balance, love, healing, serenity, faith, intuition, nature, harmony, eternal love, release, empowerment, health, creativity, intention, love yourself, adventure, clarity, generosity, receptivity, freedom, abundance, believe. I like that. Look at that. It got the stars in the palms of their hands. Believe. Focus, detachment, playfulness, wisdom, support, joyful living, joy, affirmations, action. It keeps falling out of my hand. Interesting. Action, forgiveness, courage, passion, dreams, harmony, purpose, positive thoughts, energy, and patience. So I'm going to draw a card here, and we're still under Oyushi's energy, and I'm drawing a card for Oyushi. Cards are bowed. So, as far as Oyushi's career is concerned, what should the focus be? So, Mother Mary, what career path should Oyushi concentrate on? What career path should Oyushi concentrate on? What career path should Oyushi concentrate on? Praise the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you, Mother. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, blessed is the fruit of your womb. Pray for you now and all throughout Yushi's journey here. Amen. Okay. Freedom. So what we got here for you is freedom. To embrace the freedom to be yourself. And didn't I say that about the shoe? Walk in your own shoes. The key to your success will be to walk in your own shoes. To be free, to be yourself, to be who you are. Exercise compassion. To have a compassion job. Not the cold, hard justice of the law, but the justice of the heart. What else? And eternal love. So in your career, Oyushi, you need to make sure that you are exercising the freedom to be you, the freedom to be yourself, to be compassionate towards others. And above all, be compassionate towards yourself. And exercise eternal love in every action that you take. So, two different decks, different things gave some of the similar ideas. Same similar ideas. Heart. It's all about heart, compassion, and you being free to be who you are. And this is about health. It's about the health and wellness of yourself, and it's the health and wellness of others. So there you have it, you sheep. Your career path, according to spirit, needs to center around health, love, compassion, and freedom. Health, love, compassion, and freedom. Okay? Well, I wanted to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Six Saint Nine. Thank you, Nirapam. Thank you, Nirapam. Thank you, Pablo. And what was this message held here? Let's take a look at that one. Oh, I see. And then what else do we got? All right. That's it for today. We'll be back. Oh, look. My friend popped in. Good. All right. Well, it came in at the end. It's been a good day. I was trying to make my dinner. 5:43 on the West Coast. 6:43 Mountain Time. 7:43 Central Time. And 8:43 East Coast Time. And that's where we're at. Oh, yeah, I do have some donation links. You know what? I will, if anybody wants to donate to my channel, we can do that. Let's go get a link there. I can do that. We can go right into, I have a PayPal link in the description. Let's see if I can get those links. There we go. Let's see if we can go here and go. I just need a. Can I copy? That's a huge one. It's never gonna take it like that. Okay. I need a shorter link for in order for that to happen. I'm here playing around with my other telly. All right, what do we got here? Why won't it go do what I want it to do? Okay, here we go. All right, well, maybe that works. I don't know. That link don't work. No. Nope. Sorry. No. Wait. Maybe it works over here. Will it go? Anyways, I'm gonna go for now. Thank you all. Thank you everyone for being here. I do have a donation link in the channel header. You are, if you feel inclined to donate for my services as a reader, free will donation. Otherwise, it's free. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. We'll see you later. Bye bye.